Like, I can't listen to this. Every time I see something with Terrence Howard, all I think about is how he fucked the bag. That's all I can think of.
Dang, my turn
I got one more.
I lost half my money.
Hey, there you go. There you go. Look. I knew that was going to get you out your seat. Okay. Oh, wait. Ah! Ah! I'm trying to tell you. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode with your boy Clark. We got Verus and we got Dino. We're here to talk to you about what's going on in this world. But before we get started, I want to make sure we give a shout out to Gamers Vote. Make sure you guys go check out Gamers Vote. Again, like I said before, if you want to get your voice heard, you got to register to vote. Check out Gamers Vote. It's for those who haven't voted and for those who are gamers. So you put the two together, you get Gamers Vote. Check them out. Check out the link below. And let's get started. So what's going on with y'all? What you guys got on your mind?
Well, I don't have much going on that is of note at the moment. Still plugging away at a little Animal Crossing. I've been dibbling and dabbing in some Knights of the Old Republic, but I really wanted to get a consistent stream of it going just so I can actually mount my campaign for them to remaster it. But, right. You know, we've had so much going on. And hopefully there'll be more to come about those things in the future. We've had so much going on. I haven't really had much time to play many video games except on my Switch, which I will tell you guys, if you have a Switch, and I know you guys do, and you have your Nintendo Online account, download the NES and the Super NES emulator on there. It's free, and all the games on there are free. For the past 4 days, I've been playing Super Mario 3. And boy, when you haven't played it in a while, that game's hard. So I've died a lot. To side-scrolling mushrooms. It's amazing. And Hammer Bros. Bro, do y'all realize how annoying Hammer Bros are? You know what they do in Mario 3? Man, let me tell you something. Not only are they moving back and forth and throwing the hammer or the boomerang in this one, they're throwing it, but once you get behind them, they turn around and throw it at you. Mm-hmm. It ain't right. Mm-hmm. I'll leave it at that, but it ain't right. But anyway, that's what I've been doing lately.
What about you, Dino? What's going on with you?
You know, playing not as much Animal Crossing as I would like. But, you know, the new Fortnite season just came out. Been playing that. Trying to get that on. Destiny 2 just came out with their season. So, been playing that. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I've been doing, man.
And then I go back to work. So, the horror.
Yeah,
right?
the horror.
Right. So, I'm going to tell you guys what I've been doing. Not a thing. Except waiting on this Snyder Cut to be developed and be released. So I don't know if you guys have heard, but HBO Max is releasing the Snyder Cut. And I, for one, approve this message. Why? Because I'm one of the ones who thought Batman vs. Superman, the Ultimate Edition, was a great movie. However, I know I'm alone in this fight, but hey.
You're not alone. It's just
my voice has been heard. They're gifting me the Snyder Cut. Because that
all
montage
because
of a movie.
You.
Hey, listen. I'm not saying it's because of me, but I'm also not saying it's not because of me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying that Justice League was terrible, the theatrical version, and I'm excited to see this Snyder Cut. Now, the question I have is, will there be another one? Because we all know it's supposed to be a 2-part movie. It's supposed to be Justice League Part 1 and Part 2. A lot of stuff has been divulged to the audience about Part 2. So I wonder if they're gonna bring it back. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? I don't know. But I just want to get you guys' thought. What do you guys think about the Snyder Cut?
Go ahead.
Do you even care? Do you guys even care?
I mean, you know, I'm more of a Marvel fan.
Oh.
So
you mean like in general, you're more of a Marvel fan?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I lean more towards Marvel. I like DC.
Can I ask
you
why?
That's just what I am used to.
She's got a weak
Captain Marvel.
She's got a weak constitution.
You grow up with something, right?
You must like weak female characters then. Yes, I went there.
It's not even about the female characters.
I'm just saying, Wonder Woman is amazing.
Yes, it is. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying I do not like DC. I'm just saying when it comes to things like shows and seasons and movies, I'm more towards Marvel and following them. Now, it doesn't say I'm not going to watch the DC or support DC. I just, it's below my radar on the list of things,
I don't disagree with her when it comes to these live action movies. I gotta say, if anybody, and I know that our audience has kept up with DC's animated movie run in the past 10 years, it's been great. They should just do that. But no, they can't. Because they got the MCU they got to keep up with. And for what reason? When you can crank out 1 hour and a half or hour and a half, hour-long animated movies that are actually good.
I think the most recent one was closer to 2 hours, though. The Justice League Apocalypse Dark. Justice League Dark Apocalypse?
Justice League Dark, yeah. I think, that was 2 hours.
2 hours, yeah.
That was 2 hours. But you get what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
Digital release, you don't have to do all that other crap. I mean, everybody's going to be doing a digital release coming soon because I don't see movie theaters making it through this very well. But
not unless they're serving alcohol.
I would drink for that. There have been
I wish I could.
Here in Atlanta, there's a few places that do the bar.
Like the movie tavern.
The movie tavern. Oh yeah, you hit a little.
Oh, there's a lot around here.
Oh yeah, I bet there are.
There's a lot around Virginia.
Unrelated topic. This is more of a swaggy topic. What we do beyond nerding. I've heard DC is the brunch capital of the world, and I've heard that when you do brunch in DC, it's not like anywhere else. And I really want to experience that. So if COVID ever goes away, which...
Let's go. Come on.
Who knows? Maybe we'll shoot a show in DC.
Yeah, let's go.
Why not, right?
Let's do a swag brunch.
That's not... Oh, that'd be so awesome. We're going to table that.
We can come up with a better name. I think we can come up with a better name, though.
Well, we can.
What's wrong with my name?
Come up with Listen.
What's that?
Yeah,
listen.
but I like where your head's at.
You might deserve to get an ice cold pocket on that one. I don't know if we can make that up, but you might deserve that for what you just said. Sit there. Matter of fact, you sit there and time out and think about what you just said. But all right, so I just want to make sure I'm understanding this because I'm kind of sensitive when it comes to DC. It has a special place in my heart. So, am I hearing that you guys are not interested? And if so, that's completely fine. I'll go cry in the corner once we get done with this.
I'm interested. But it was just it wasn't on my radar really. Like, when I find out about DC things, it's usually from you. You know what I mean? So. Oh,
dang. See, they need to run me my check then. That's what they need to do.
Right. I follow them on everything. So I actually love DC. I grew up more a DC fan than Marvel because I grew up in the Batman animated series age, Justice League, Justice League Unlimited. I don't think,
Teen Titans.
I did watch Teen Titans. I did grow up watching.
And not the campy stuff. Not the campy stuff.
No. The real
stuff.
The original.
Yeah.
Teen Titans and Justice League. Those two shows, which didn't end, by the way. So if DC, you wanted to give us something, because you know what they did? They, instead of ending Teen Titans and Justice League, you know what they did? They said, we're going to give you guys Young Justice.
Young Justice
was also good.
Young Justice was great.
And then they said, we're going to stop doing this. And now we're going to put it behind a paywall, which I pay for, but that's besides the point.
I just want to get your guys' opinion. How excited are you for this release? I'll start with you, Dino.
No, don't start with me.
No?
Don't start with me.
Divert to you.
Let's start
Mr.
with
Verus.
Verus, yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 4 because I'm really interested in seeing it. But that's a 4 with low expectations because I like.
Have you seen the Ultimate Edition?
Yeah. Because my best friend, he told me the same thing that you did. Because he was like, if you watch the movie, the theater release, it's not as good because they don't provide all the context like they should, which they did in the.
And it was rated R.
Exactly. The director's cut was better. However,
because you saw the theatrical version, just because you released the director's cut, it doesn't erase the fact that that's the theatrical version. All
this does for me is makes me say, well, why didn't you just do this?
Because it was clearly a better film. Yes.
Yeah. Like, why you didn't just do this?
Yes.
Like, put it like this, and it wasn't good enough to make me forget what I saw before. Example, and we can move on after this. We can move on to Dino after this. In the vein of our nerdness, I'm a huge Lord of the Rings and Hobbit fan. I read the books, love the movies. I saw the movies in theaters, loved them. And then they released the extended cuts. At this point in time, well, I could quote pretty much all 3 movies all the way through at this point because I've seen them so many times. Although Two Towers, masterful at that. I could probably do that whole movie from start to finish.
Yeah, that was the best one.
Thank you.
That was the best one.
Thank you. But I'm so used to seeing the full-length version of it because it had more context. And again, I read the book, so I like that a little better. But it had so much more context that I forget about the regular cut of it, that when I see it, like if it's on TV, I say, I might watch this today because there's nothing else on it. I may be hungover laying on my couch and I can't reach the remote. So, but that's beside the point. When I'm watching on TV and I'm sitting there watching and quoting the movie and they skip something, I'm like, hey, this isn't the real movie. So it's hard to get that for me. I'm hoping that the Snyder Cut gives me that. I don't think it will.
Okay.
That's all.
Well, you didn't give your rating though. So what do you? Oh, wait, you said 4. You said 4.
I have to do another rewind on that one, man.
You said 4. That's on me. Dino, what you got?
All right. So I'm thinking, can I do halves? Is there half pockets?
Because we don't do halves here because halves makes you a punk. It makes you scared to make a judgment. We're not afraid. We're not afraid here, okay?
You know what?
Commit to your bad decision.
3.
She said a 3?
3.
Have
High 3.
Ultimate Edition?
High 3. No, not that I don't think so.
That's fair.
You should watch it. You should watch it before you watch the Snyder Cut.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just because, to be honest with you, you should watch it before you watch Justice League. It don't really help, but you should.
So we got a 3. Is there a reason for the 3?
Only because I just think you're hyping it up too much.
I could be. It could be self-inflicted. I know. I'm fully aware.
So if I set my expectations lower, then when I see it, it's gonna be better. So that's my logic.
I like for her heads at high goals, low expectations. That's the way to exceed in life.
Okay. So I'm gonna say a 5 because I agree with you, Verus, that once you've seen something, even if you've seen the clearly a better version of it, you still can't unsee the subpar, maybe slightly above average film that was Batman versus Superman. So
yeah, because my Lord of the Rings analogy doesn't really work because, the movies were good.
Right.
Hobbit, not so much. But I'm not going to dig into that right now. That's another topic for today.
So I think it's a 5. I'm going to give it a 5. It's not like a flaming pocket 5 or anything like that. It's a 5 for me. The reason why is because I saw the Ultimate Edition and I really thought to myself, man, Warner Brothers, you really messed this up. Because it was clearly a better movie. It was clearly a better movie.
I was like, how'd y'all fuck this up?
Yeah, it was clearly a better movie. So I don't know why they like forced, Mr. Snyder to put out a movie that wasn't even the movie he wanted to put out,
Bro, and beef. Corporate beef. That's all it is. That's all it is. Which is why, another reason I like the animated versions, because the animated versions don't have all that. When you put too many hands in your cookie jar, you don't get as many good cookies.
Yep. And I want to add one more point too to this. This is why I'm excited. It's because what they did is that they removed Snyder and brought in another director who was also the director of the first Avengers. And it kind of felt a little campy with some of the jokes. And it almost seemed like he was trying to recreate the Avengers. And I'm like, no, Snyder already created this much darker universe, which is DC. Exactly. DC is a dark universe. There's nothing funny going on in DC.
Nothing funny happening right now.
Right. So when they made it campy, I was like, and then like the end was like alien flowers blooming. I was like, what? Like I would have stomached it better if Darkseid would have just came down and just, beat the heck out of everybody. And then like boom tune back up and was like, I'll be back. Like I would have even been okay with that. I would have been like, this movie wasn't that great, but okay, at least I got to see Darkseid. But they didn't do any of that. So I'm excited to see Darkseid. They've already shown us who the actor is. I'm a huge Darkseid fan because unlike Thanos, Darkseid is on some. Let's be real. If Thanos and Darkseid were to fight each other, it would be no contest. Yeah. Thanos would lose 100 out of 100 times. There's like no way that Thanos can beat Darkseid. Like Darkseid is not even like a real thing. He's almost like an idea. So people don't understand that he's like energy, like a life force. It's hard. You can't beat him, but you can beat the shell of him, but you can't actually beat Darkseid. But whatever. I'm gonna move on. Because I can talk about this all day, clearly. So we got 4 from Verus. We got 3 from Dino, a high 3. And then we got a 5 from me. So Mr. Snyder and HBO Max, if you're hearing this, we are rooting for you.
I want it to be good.
Yeah, I want it to be
like,
good.
Damn, this
absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely.
I want that because I love DC so much because it was such a DC was I was about to say a larger part of my childhood, but I was deep into X-Men, bro. Mm-hmm. But I want a big Marvel head like that. Like I like.
Yeah, I want to win. I want to win. That's all I'm saying. Can I get a win? I mean, the games have clearly been better. The DC video games have been better. The animated series have been better. So let's get a win with the live action. And if HBO Max is the way we need to go, maybe we just only need to put out HBO Max movies. I don't know. I'm all for it.
Or don't pay actors all this exorbitant amount of money like Ben Affleck, who honestly
he didn't do a bad Batman.
Not a bad Batman.
I will stand on this.
He wasn't a bad Batman.
He did not do a bad Batman because he looked just like the one from the Batman Arkham games.
Yes, except he wasn't. He was good up until
Justice League.
Justice League.
And
when I watched that, I was like, "This is so corny."
Yeah, Justice League.
Anyway.
Look, we're gonna move on. Okay, we're gonna move on because we're talking about comics, so we're gonna segue into this. Comic-Con. Comic-Con's been canceled because of the pandemic. We all knew and saw that it was coming, but we also see that these different studios have their own different way of releasing all their different content that they have for people to get excited about. So how do you guys feel about that? Are you, matter of fact, how do you guys want to see it released? Do you think they should have all just came together collectively and maybe, I don't know, blocked out some kind of time on social media or on YouTube to, show everything all at once? Or do you guys think they should go and put it out on their own separate platforms? How do you guys feel about all of this? It's a loaded question, I know.
Well, I'll go first since, everyone else is pretty much quiet because I'm on the fence. I think they should do some type of virtual event. That's my thing. I think they should release it all at the same time. Let me get all the information at once, please. Like some kind of video where they just name it some, kind of event. Here's the comiccon. And then, what PlayStation did? They did their little segment. I think they should go that route. What? What did you say, Verus?
Hour. A segment that lasted an hour. But
I mean, maybe give each other like 10 minutes, 30 minutes if you can spread it out or something, but I would like everything to be in one spot. That's all my thing. It don't have to be in one video, maybe, but in one spot. So I can go over there and be like, let me scroll and see what's happening. You know what I mean? Like in the app.
Like almost like a feed where it's almost like each one of these companies has their own little presence on this established feed, and then you could just say, oh, well, here's PlayStation, let me go to that. Here's Xbox, let me go to... Got you. So you want Twitter.
Basically. Shut up.
Got it.
You know what I meant.
I do know what you mean. You want Twitter. I got you.
Listen.
I got you.
But yeah, that's my take on it.
So you guys ever heard of BlizzCon?
Nope.
No?
I've heard of it.
So BlizzCon is where they do all their games. Warcraft.
No, I have heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Where they do all their stuff every year. Same thing. And it's always had a digital presence. Always has, right? So someone I used to work with taught me about BlizzCon. And, he showed it to us. And this was back in 2012, I believe. And they've been doing it ever since. And people pay for it, actually. This individual was one of the people who paid to watch. I think he paid like $50. It was like a pay-per-view kind of deal. I was like, that's not a terrible idea. I think it's too much, but but at the time they were the only ones doing it. Seemed like to my knowledge, they were the only ones doing it. And so I do think that's a viable option. The only reason we saw what we saw from PlayStation is because E3 was canceled, because of COVID. But COVID has brought about a change that people weren't expecting. People don't need to be there anymore. Yeah. So I think this digital release.
There was 89,000 people watching. I think it peaked at like 89,000 or 90,000 that were watching the PlayStation announcement.
Oh yeah.
And we're still waiting on Xbox, but this isn't about them.
No, you know what they're doing? They're releasing like little snippets and again, Twitter, I see these things because that same day, right after the PlayStation thing, man,
look, they're not trying to take an L. They're
really not. And
because if they do it and there's only like 5,000 people, then it's like, why did we do this?
It's like I love Xbox, but boy,
it is evident that they even believe that they're inferior to PlayStation. Like they're doing little things that allows me to believe that they really believe that they are second fiddle to PlayStation.
That's why the Xbox is actually more powerful. Spec-wise is more powerful, but all I equate that to is you being about 4'11", 5'2", and you jumping in your big old Raptor that still got lifted all the way up to like that was a shot.
Don't be talking about height. Don't be talking about height.
When you just hopped into your truck and your truck is lifted like 10 feet into the air. You need a ladder to get into your truck. And it's like, why? Like, why? Why? Because you're playing the same game.
I got a better one for you. Lately, Xbox has been looking like Android to iPhone.
Hey,
that is what's been happening to me.
I was not going to
say
I wasn't going to say it, but
that's what it's been looking like.
If the shoe fits.
You said it yourself.
Now, I will also say this, that Microsoft can convince me to change my opinion on this. I am more than open to being convinced, Microsoft. So if you feel the need, please contact me.
Yep.
And I will allow you to change my mind. If the circumstances are ideal, I will gladly change my mind if proven otherwise. So
I'll say this. I agree with both of you guys with the Comic-Con aspect. I agree with Donald having a centralized location to where everything just gets released. Even if it's just like, I hate to say it, but like even if it's one of those like, super long, montages, like that's fine. I'll take that.
That's what BlizzCon is. That's what I mean. That's what
I'm cool. I'm cool with that, and I think other people will appreciate that as well. Like I don't think I want to have to go check Disney's announcement or DC's announcement or Marvel Studios announcement, which is still owned by Disney, so it's still Disney nonetheless. Like I don't know if I want to do all of that. I just think I want to go to one central place. Give me everything you got, and let me say, oh wow, this is really cool. I'm looking forward to this.
The laziness is astounding.
No, and another good point. What if there's something out there that I don't know about that's coming out? That's what Comic-Con is for. That things that new studio or that new new games or something that new coming out that I don't know about.
That's true.
That's where I learned from it.
That is true.
Because I even saw too. They were supposed to talk about The Rock's Black Adam.
Yeah, I heard about that. I thought that was just a rumor though. So is there more to that then?
They haven't started recording it or shooting yet, but I guess there's gonna. Yeah, it's happening, and they were gonna give more information as to what the story was going to be about.
So The Rock is gonna be black.
Yep. Well, he is. I don't think there's a role that he won't do.
No shit, right? I don't have a problem with him doing it though. I don't have a problem with him.
He looks just like the dude.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't have a problem with that.
Just put some pointy ears on him. He's big as hell. He got muscles like my man.
He's in there.
Yeah. Like, he's that's perfect for him. I think that was perfect casting by DC. I don't think they could have done any better than Henry Cavill for Superman.
So you know what I'm gonna say too? When I was watching Justice League the other day, I did think the same thing. I was like, y'all got Superman right. I'll give you that.
Yep.
You hit Superman.
And Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I think Wonder Woman.
They're
doing a good job casting.
Even Aquaman.
Oh yeah, Aquaman. Because don't give me no blonde hair, blue eyed guy and tell me he's
better. They made him better.
Yeah.
They made him better. Cyborg still kind of lacking in my opinion.
However, they did show at the end of Justice League, and I hate that I'm quoting this and even bringing this up, but at the end, they showed him taking pride in how he looks and morphing himself into the cyborg that we all, know and like. So I was actually like, but the payoff for it still was not worth it because every time I think Justice League, I think of alien flowers blooming, and I will never get that image out my eyes.
It's so stupid, bro.
So
stupid.
Y'all mentioned, and I mentioned that as well, the PlayStation and how they did their whole, little release and how they have almost, or maybe they had a little bit more than 90,000 people watching. There was a lot of cool stuff that was shown there, right? We got to see the PlayStation itself, and we got to see all the cool games. So I know what games I'm, most looking forward to. What games are you guys most looking forward to? Top three.
Little Big World.
Okay.
Spider-Man, but they say that is just an expansion for the last Spider-Man. That Miles Morales is just an expansion for the next Spider-Man.
Have you played Marvel Spider-Man? You know why you haven't played it?
Because I don't have a PlayStation.
I have. And there is a portion in that game where you get to play as Miles Morales.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. The PlayStation exclusives are phenomenal.
Man, the only reason I haven't bought a PlayStation is because the new one's about to come out.
That's not gonna stop me. I'm buying me another PlayStation to put downstairs in my bedroom.
He said, "I got the money."
That's exactly what he said. I'm not a baller.
Flexing.
Listen, man, I'm a poor farmer.
Oh my god.
Flexing right now.
I'm a
Go ahead. Put that money in there.
Oh my gosh, I am literally just a host on a podcast. Okay.
I'm a poor lowly farmer. That's it. All right.
Anyway.
All right, so that's 2. What's your third?
I can't say because my third was gonna be Grand Theft Auto, but they played us on that because I really thought they was gonna give us some Grand Theft Auto shots, and I felt robbed. You know what? The game where the lady keeps dying. That's the thing I could get into.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about. Is that Returnal?
I don't know. I don't remember the name of it.
Or no, man, that's probably Deathloop.
Is it Deathloop? No, Deathloop is the brother. I thought that was the black dude.
Deathloop was the one with the. I think that was the one with the girl.
I thought that was the black dude.
There was one black guy. That's right. Maybe I should.
That is Deathloop is. You're right.
Yeah, I think
so
this one
might.
It might have been.
Yeah, there were so many games. There were so many games.
It was Returnal. It's Returnal.
It's Returnal. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right, so that's 3. We got, so just to recap, Verus, you said Miles Morales, you said Returnal, and Little Big World. All right, those are all good ones. What about you?
All right. I have my, it's all up here in my list. So, Project.
You could put like a little acorn right there when she said that, because that's all she's thinking about is like, you know.
I don't know if I'm saying it right. Project Athia.
Okay, Athia. I know what you're talking about. Athia.
Yeah. So
Athia.
Square Enix, right? So excited about that. Kenna, Bridge of Spirits. That looks fun. That looks
good too, actually.
Yeah, that did look good. That was by Ember Labs.
Yeah, that felt like some Avatar type stuff there.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought of. I was like, I can get into this, man. This is, you know, third animation's good. Let me do this. Third one, Ratchet and Clank.
That was another one that was good. Yeah.
Take a bow for paying attention. Way to knock out the PlayStation exclusives. Okay.
Yeah, that Ratchet and Clank looked really good.
I tip my hat to you, my lady. So I'm gonna tell you what my 3 are. So my 3 are Deathloop. I think it'll be kind of cool, first-person shooter. I thought the Miles Morales one was gonna be dope, but you know what? I feel like I don't have to say much about Spider-Man, so I'm excluding it, even though I'm including it. Can I do that?
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can do that.
Thank y'all for being so gracious. Hitman 3 looked really good.
Yeah, I'm not that excited about it because I did not like the Hitman games like that, bro.
Have you played the recent ones?
No, I played the first 2. I thought they were good. I was just like,
That's fine. And then that's fine.
Like,
I'm no judgment.
They're very unmemorable for me. Like, honestly.
No judgment here. I'm honestly kind of on the fence about Godfall. I'm not sure if I'm really interested in that game or not.
Which one was that one?
That was let me see how to explain it, because if I explain it, it's gonna sound like everything else. There's a lot of fighting. You see it?
A lot of fighting up in there.
Yeah, it's action packed. But it looks like an RPG with like armor. You can armor up, level your armor up, and each armor has like special different things about it. See, that's not gonna. Here we go. Godfall, an upcoming action role-playing game. See, RPG, developed by Counterplay Games and published by Gearbox Publishing.
I remember seeing it.
There we go.
I remember seeing it.
Yeah, I think I might be interested in that. I'm not really sure, but I thought there's some honorable mentions like Ghostwire Tokyo.
That looks good.
I think honorable mention wise, there's Shack Boy. I'm not a Shack Boy fan, but I know there's a lot of people. There's a whole market for it. 2K, that one gets an honorable mention because what they did with Zion was pretty phenomenal.
That was cool and all, but I was on Twitter.
Pragmata, and the one to me that gets the biggest honorable mention. You know what? I'm gonna take that back. This is the one I'm the most excited about. Horizon.
That looked good.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm most excited about. So
everything looked good. Everything.
They did.
Really good. Yeah. Even Gran Turismo, and I'm not a Gran Turismo fan,
That won't look great, but I mean, at this point, I feel like all car games have been like looking really.
It's over with, bro. It's the same now.
Yeah, it's the same thing over and over again.
And I was a big fan of Need for Speed Most Wanted. That was the best racing game I've ever played. Best.
Right.
What's that racing game though that they're coming out with? Did you mention that one where it's kind of like Mario Kart?
Oh, you're talking about Destruction All Stars.
Yeah.
I saw that one. Man, when
that
they
looks
said
interesting.
that, I'm like, they're bringing back Twisted Metal. They won't do that though. They won't do that for me.
But yeah, those are my honorable mentions. Those are the ones that I'm excited for, or most excited about. I think that I mean, the future of next gen consoles looks really, really good. You know, what can I say? But this brings me to Dino's world. Dino, tell us what's cracking and what's cooking on in your world today. What's going on? What's new?
So, anime. So, God of High School. I don't know if you guys seen that coming out. I think July 11th. July 11th. That looks really good. Have you seen it? Have you seen it?
I saw something about it and I thought it looked good, but I haven't.
So that fighting style, they're fighting. There's gonna be a lot of fighting scenes in there, and that's what I'm excited about.
So they're throwing good hands.
Good hands, man.
Okay, I mean,
all the
I'm telling you,
punches. That's the point of the game. You go in a rink, and it's head to head.
Well, you know they did that. They did that with Fate, Stay Fate, or is it Fate Night, or Stay Fate, the Stay Fate series. That series was based off of a game, and that anime was phenomenal with the amount of money they put into it for their fights. Easy, some of the best fights you'll ever see.
Well, I mean, like that's the point of the show is like they go in an arena and they fight. So I just think it's gonna be some really good fight scenes, and it's by Crunchyroll, and so far Crunchyroll has been doing his thing, I think. So, you know, and the animation I think is good too. I mean,
no, I believe in Crunchyroll. I'm not, you know, I think I agree with you. I have nothing to say that would, you know, deter.
Disparage Crunchyroll. We're not gonna disparage Crunchyroll. That's what we're not gonna do.
No, I'm not. I got my feelings.
Crunchyroll exclusive. They're doing what Netflix is doing. They're smart.
Everybody's doing this, and I'm getting tired of this.
I had a Crunchyroll.
Let's stream our stuff and let's get more money. Like, people are cord cutting because of cable companies being expensive, but then they're attaching on like 10 other stream packages, which inevitably is the same amount as the cable box.
No, it's not. No, it's not, bro. Not if you don't watch everything. That's the reality of it. You gotta find the things you like. And
look, they literally have, for some people, they have what is it called? I forget. It's like they go through your transactions on the monthly and they find literally subscriptions you are not paying for. That is a problem. Now, I'm not one of those people, but it's still a problem. The fact that people are subscribing to shit and they don't realize that they're still paying for it. Like,
yeah.
And they use
they're not using it.
Like, you know,
and not using it. So I mean, like, anyway, I'm sorry. This has nothing. I got Funimation already. Look,
I got Funimation too.
I'm not paying for a Crunchyroll exclusive. No.
All right, let me.
No.
No, it's not a Crunchyroll exclusive.
No.
Are you done? Get another no in. Okay. All right. You done now?
Yes, I'm done. I got it all out my no. Go. All right, we're good now. Go ahead.
So, I mean, they have other shows like Funimation has. They have the same kind of shows as well. I will say they don't really do English. It's all, you know.
And that's just
Japanese.
cheap on them. So they want us to pay, but they don't want to give the viewers.
But they have more shows that I like, that I personally like that Funimation doesn't have.
You want me to pay to read?
Exactly.
Hey man, I'm a fast reader now. You know, all this anime
but
I'm
you
watching.
Still can't spell. So what's the problem?
No.
What's the problem is? All this reading, but you can't spell. So it ain't helping you that much.
Anyways, on to the next one. That's the anime I'm excited for. Is coming out soon. Animal Crossing. Since this is our talk, we can slide Clarke out of this.
I don't like Animal Crossing anyway, so whatever.
You ever play it?
Go ahead and say what y'all gotta say.
It's not for everybody, Dino.
It's not for everyone. You're right.
Like this is your first time playing it. I've been doing it since GameCube. It's just not really not. But tell me what you got going on your island.
Man, I started. I got the construction going. I started building hills, so I got a plan. I made myself a little Chinatown, little ramen shop.
Yeah,
I'm in there. Little gym. I got me a gym. So my character gets
got
swole.
a gym hill. I saw it the other day, and I was just like, man.
Yeah.
Way better than mine. And she got the game like 3 weeks after I did.
Hey, man. I mean, I don't play as much now as I want to, but I was in there.
You were just playing it right before we started shooting.
Right here. Yeah, right here. I was just in there. But, yeah.
So, okay. Well, that's awesome. I'm going to have to come to your island. Maybe we could do that after we...
I'm thinking about doing a themed island. I really want to do an Avatar themed island.
I saw somebody's Avatar island, and it was amazing. He had everything. He had the desert, Wan Shi Tong's library.
Yeah, that was so smart.
Like,
I saw that. I don't know if I'm the same guy. That was so smart.
Even though it's a museum, it made so much sense. I was like, I'm so jealous of that. But
he had his little outfits to go with, like the White Lotus. He had a little White Lotus section.
He had it all. I was just
the only thing I think he was missing was the pond, the koi, the moon and the ocean.
Oh yeah, he didn't Tui-and-La. Yeah, he didn't have that. But other than that, it was great. I mean, that's to recreate. But
yeah, I seen some people do that. And I have some ideas that I want to do for that, but yeah. What about you? What kind of plans you got for your island?
I've decided I'm going to make a mountain.
Okay.
I'm going to build it up, be a very large mountain, and beyond that, I haven't decided what I'm going to do exactly with it. But I know it's going to be a very, very large mountain.
Okay.
Up in my home. Will be on a platform
at the top.
At the top of it, and then everyone else will be below me. I'll have a shopping tier, like it'll be a terraced island. It's gonna be awesome.
Okay.
It's gonna take me a while to do it, because I didn't think I could go past more than 4 tiers up, but you can apparently. So.
Well, yeah, you can, but I'm not sure about like how you get up there though, because you can't climb up there.
You got to make a ladder, not ladders. You got to make ramps.
Oh, you got to make ramps to get up there. You can't use your.
But you have to.
I tried it.
You have to have enough space for the ramp to go, to go back.
Yeah.
So.
But I think you know what? You know what I think we should do?
What's that?
We should start doing island tours.
I think we should.
I think we should stream. I don't know if there's any viewers out there have Animal Crossing. Play. At least it has to be at least a 3-star, a 3. What do you think? 4-star, 4 to 5-star island.
Well, how do you rate that? Oh, with Isabel.
With Isabel.
Yeah.
Mine's at a 3 right now, but.
I haven't checked with her in a while because I found that she's useless. But.
She don't do much, man.
No, except for evict people. That's it. She evicts your residence. That's what she does. But all right.
I might do a couple dreamy hunts, but yeah, I think we should do that. So let's get that together maybe next couple months. Maybe that'd be our downtime. Holiday downtime.
And
she's completely forgot she's doing a segment, by the way.
No. This is good. No,
man.
Even if we cut that.
She got super comfortable. She was like, yeah, yo, holiday downtime in this mother.
I've been doing that this whole time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Let me kick back, just pinky up while I drink my drink. Shoot, I got a 3-star island. Come and holler at me. I'm like, yo, all right, cool. What's next?
You just don't. Hey, you guys be talking a lot, and I just let you guys go, and I'm like, man, we need to move on. So
man,
let's move on. Let's move on. Destiny 2. Let's talk about Destiny 2.
Are we still in your world? Are we still in Dino's world? I forgot. Or are we just in Animal Crossing? Are we doing Animal Tour right now?
Do I need to pause you?
No, you don't.
World. This is Dino's world. This isn't. This is Dino's world.
All right.
All right. We're good. Okay. Next, Destiny 2 expansion. I know Verus doesn't play this, but Clarke, what do you think so far? I know we played it. We tried to do a raid. We didn't finish it.
I mean, it's more or less more of the same. I think Bungie's trying. I'm going to say that they're trying.
Man, let me tell you something, bro. I played the first Destiny, and that's how I felt about it. I was like, you're trying.
So I'll say this: Destiny 1 got better though.
Yeah,
like Taken King got better. What was the other one? It's like the Iron
Maiden.
Yeah, the last expansion was actually really, really good.
No,
and the raids got
Iron. That's a band. I'm sorry.
I forget. It was like the Will of Iron or something like that. Whatever the last expansion was, it was pretty good. And I mean, they're
trying to fix themselves. They're trying to.
I feel like they're doing the same thing though. I feel like they're doing. I agree with you, Donna. I feel like they're doing the same thing that they did with Destiny 1, where it's like the game came out, and then there was an expansion, and then it kind of died, and then now they're like, oh, let's just do what we did with D1. But I'm like, if that was the case, then you should have just added an expansion to D1.
Yes. Why make a second game of the same thing? That made no sense. Let's make it a, they're trying to make it a more open world concept or whatever, try to expand that universe, what they say 10 years or something. They're trying to expand that universe.
Yeah. But see, they could have just done that with the first one. Because
exactly.
They could have. Was there to do it. The infrastructure was already there to do it. I don't know. Well, I'm not gonna get on this because I bought the first Destiny and I just anyway.
And my thing is, it can't be that much about money because their last expansion was $60.
Yeah. Well, do you see the new one? It's called Beyond Light. I think that one's supposed to drop in September, and that one's $69. So now it's $70.
What? They tripping. Yeah. They're tripping.
Yeah, I agree. And then it's like it's almost like a complete slap in the face to the consumer too, because they'll say buy the season pass, but like then they'll give you like these 2 really, really small like updates that really are updates and not expansions, and then they'll come out with like what is actually an expansion, and it's like, oh, that one's $70, and it's like, we've been rocking with Destiny for a while now.
Yeah.
So I'm already annoyed with that. And then the other part that I'm annoyed with too is like this Dragon Ball Z power scaling. So like we got to continuously get stronger. Like D1 kept at 400.
Right.
But now it's like first it was 300. Then it was like 6 something or 750. And now then it was like 1,000. And now it's like you could get to like 1085 or something crazy like that. Or maybe it's not even 1085. Like maybe it is 1085, but I'm like, why do we keep getting stronger? Just give me more weapons. Give me more weapons and let me choose what my loadout is.
More worlds. Something, more planets. Maybe some kind of random ass electronic planet from, that came zooming in on a meteorite. I don't care. Give me something new.
They've even given us mods too and artifacts. So I'm like, why do we need to get stronger? Why can't we just work off of these things and customize it to how
so I can work on my weapons. So I can work on my armor and myself. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, don't get me started on this. Matter of fact, you know what? I like this. We're gonna talk about this in the next show because I want to dive deep into. Matter of fact, we haven't bashed anybody. Let's make the next episode about bashing games that continuously want to use their consumers to grab a quick dollar
and just take advantage of us in the worst of ways. I can tell you right now who I want to talk about. What, man?
Yep, that's going to be it. We're going to have fun with that episode.
Tune in next time.
Yeah, we'll have fun with that episode.
But that is all for Dino's World. So cut it out.
I'm going to tell you, boy.
Hey, so I want to say thank you to you guys, as always, for being a part of this and coming and chatting with me and telling the world about your opinions and what you think. Shout out to the fans and shout out to the audience that's sitting here and watching us. Verus, I'm gonna let you take us out, man. What's on your mind?
All right, man. You guys know what the deal is. We appreciate you guys coming and watching and everything. Check out the link below. Again, gamers vote. If you're not registered to vote, make sure you register to vote. It's the way to make your voice heard. You feel me? And you want to be heard, right? Or you can sit there and complain like you normally do. Either way, get registered. Check the link down below. Other than that, you guys have a good one.
All right, guys. Later.